Premier League time again, boys. How are we doing? Get your comments and get your views in. Let's see what you've got to say about the game. Obviously, United tomorrow. Can't wait for that. Obviously, going to Old Trafford. So hopefully we can get that win. Get all your views in, get all your comments in, get the comments in saying hi. Yeah, get your questions in, and we'll start straight after this intro.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How are we all doing, guys? Appreciate you coming in again for another week. I had a break last week because obviously international break. Might as well get the game out of there. But back now to the Premier League. Can't wait for it. Hopefully we can get the performance. Mark, appreciate you coming on. Come on the link. We've not seen you in ages. Come on the link if you can. Maz, appreciate you coming in. Richard, I'm up there too. Come on, allowed to see you in. Hopefully, I want to see it. We need to because the last performance was Brentford, I think. Is it Brentford or Arsenal? I can't remember. But I thought we both had good performances in both of them games. It's just a shame we lost to Arsenal. Mando, how Reedy, how's things? Let's get a result tomorrow. Exactly. We need to get that result tomorrow. I think that's the main point. The point of tomorrow. Even if before the game, I'd take a draw right now. But I think it's more about the performance against a team like them at the moment. They're obviously they're lacking in form. We're getting our form back together, so now we need to show that we're the team that can push up the table a bit more now. With a strong backline, we breed confidence. Exactly. And a bit later in the show, I will talk about my team news, kind of what I think it should be. There's a lot of you that will probably disagree with me, but hey ho, it's all about opinions, isn't it? As all of you will say. But yeah, but before we do start, there is a competition still going on that I will put in the chat right now, and it is this one. Winning Jamie Vardy shirt. Obviously, thank you to Pink Car Leasing for giving this away and sorting it out for us. But we are giving away a shirt. I will put the link in there as soon as I can find it. I'm trying to find it now. There you go. I'll get this. Copy. Yep, there's the link for you all. Make sure you enter it if you haven't already. And yeah, get yourself in the draw. But what else are people saying? Richard saying, I think we can get better than a draw. It all depends on what man you turn up. Exactly. And every other game that I've watched, they really don't look good at all. So when it comes to someone, when we're playing them, it just seems like we're always not going to have the best of games against them. Don't get me wrong, they should still expect to win, United, but we're not playing bad at all now. We're getting back to where we need to be. Injuries are coming back fit, obviously, other than Vardy, who's still injured. But I don't think we're that bad with Vardy. I don't think that is. Neil, appreciate coming on. Are you there? Are you going tomorrow? I've not seen you in a while from the last few games. Hope you're doing all right. And I hope you are going tomorrow so we can catch up. But yeah, getting into the game. Obviously, I've got a few talking points on. Firstly, we've got Maguire. Obviously, there's a lot of controversy with him at the moment with booing the England game when we played. Was it? I don't know if it was Switzerland or the Ivory Coast game that he was getting a lot of boos for, but is it right to boo him? For us, yes, I get that point. But for England, I don't think he's done too much wrong. And it's hard for me to say that as well because I'm not a big fan of him either. I'd rather see Suunju in our back line than anyone else. But Maguire, do you think we should be booing him tomorrow? I can't lie, I probably will be because I'll be just joining the crowd and what they're doing. But then you've also got Ndidi. He's out for the season now. With no one, if anyone's not known, he's out for the season, and I've got more than enough trust in the likes of Mendy to come in and be in that DM role now because he won the AFCON with Senegal. It can't not be. Yes, it's not the highest level, but there's got to be a somewhat quality to win that sort of competition against the likes of a Salah or like I say, Mane won there as well. So it's here or there for that, and there is certain positions now with people coming back fit. Who gets into that team? I put a post out on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm on it saying in the defenders that have come back and who's fit in the defence now. Who would you start? And I will bring the man in, Mark, to answer this question. How are you, mate?
All right, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Pleasure to see you again. How are you doing?
Yeah, living the dream, mate. Just got over COVID, so.
Oh, well, at least you're over it now.
Yeah.
But first question, then obviously I was talking about it. I think I had an image of Johnny Evans, Fofana, and Marty and Soyuncu. Who would your back two and then your wing backs going into the last 10 games going forward?
I think you got to play JJ, haven't you?
Yeah, the back line. Yeah, I would.
I'm going to say, because since he's been back, he's just been absolutely fantastic. And we've got Thomas is out, isn't he? So
I didn't. Yes, I think. Yeah, I remember now. He's saying that he couldn't. He didn't play in the under 21 game. It was 123. But yeah, he's not in either. For me, it's a hard one because the centre halves. I don't know why I've got biased against him, but I'm not gonna plop him in. But I think our best. Thing is, Fofana, yes, he's at probably his highest level defender we've got, but I don't know whether we'd put him in. I don't know if it's worth the risk with Amati and Sunchi playing so well together the last few games. Why would you take them out to reshuffle that defence, which is probably one of the main issues this season that's been to reshuffle the whole defence about 10 times in 4 games. So
I wouldn't rush to bring Evans back in either.
I honestly don't think it is. I don't know about Evans. I know I've got a bias against Evans and saying that he just doesn't seem to do what I want in a centre back. For me, I think Soyuncu and Amati have that more aggressive style of playing in defence. Where for me, Evans is more of a he'll stay back and people need to come to him to pass the ball. I don't know why. I just thought every time I see him touch the ball, he's telling people to come closer to try and get the ball from him. Where Amati and Soyuncu, you see getting to the halfway line, passing the ball. For me, I just don't think Evans is going to be in that sort of role anymore for us.
I think that's the biggest problem. We've been rushing to get players back this season, and they've just been injured again straight away because they've not had any real game time to prepare. They've just been thrown in the deep end. I know it's a tough one because I mean sometimes our defence is just woeful. I just sit there and think, what am I watching? And people say, oh well, it'd be different if Evans was there. But would it? You know,
I don't think it would be.
No, I'd sooner play with four fit players at the back than bring in a couple of players that are just fresh back from injury, because we're losing them again for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it's getting beyond the joke now. I know we've got players coming back, but they're going to get thrown in again, and are they going to be injured? It is a tough one.
It is a tough one. It's like JJ as well. He came back in and then he got injured again for a few weeks and then came back in and he started doing well again though. But Craig does say here that Soyuncu, Evans and Fofana will be the back three tomorrow with wing backs, which I won't say is a bad thing going 5 at the back, but having 2 people in Fofana and Evans both coming in, taking a Marty out, it just seems like a risky one because even if one of them get injured,
I think
it's massive.
I'd start with 4 at the back tomorrow.
That's
my view.
I'd play. Thing is, if Ricardo Pereira's fit, I'd always have him in the team. I don't know why. I'd always have him in that right back role for no reason whatsoever. But it's a hard one because then on the left back, yes, you're saying JJ, but I've not been too pleased with how Castagne's playing. Yes, he scored that banger against Brentford, but I think I prefer JJ over Castagne in that role.
Well, he's only just coming back from an injury as well, isn't
Yeah.
he? You know what I mean? He's not even firing on full cylinders yet, so it is a tough one. Defence is our biggest problem, and obviously now we've got an injury. We've got Ndidi out, haven't we? So,
Yeah, and obviously I said beforehand before you came on that I've got to trust in Mendy to do that sort of role. Yes, he's not the same player completely, but he is a full-on DM, which I don't think we've got many of in the team. Obviously, other than maybe Chowdhury, but recently he's been playing more of a centre-back role. So, do you have more faith in someone like Mendy now than you did have before, or?
well, it's horses for courses now. You know, our options are getting limited every week. I'm still a big believer that playing Tillemans and Maddison together and it ain't working. I mean, if one game, if both of those were on fire, we'd take anybody on. But it never works that way, does it? It's either Maddison has a good game, and Tillemans is you know, part of the furniture.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I can't say that I've seen Tillemans have a really good game of late.
That's where I was going to ask you the question. Obviously, beforehand, you're a very Madison hater, kind of thought based, but now are you saying that you'd rather have Madison in over a Tillemans?
Yeah, well, the thing is, you know, credit where credit's due, Reedy. You know, what I said again about Madison wasn't performing.
No, it wasn't. No.
And but credit where credit's due. He's pulled his socks up, he's knuckled down, and I'd sooner see Madison on the pitch than I would Tillemans. Tillemans' head's turned. There's no doubt about it.
I think that as well.
Even if he does sign a contract, has he really earned it?
It's a hard one because it's mixed emotions for me. Because 1 minute he's literally going full on cheering to win a corner or a throw in for some weird reason, and then next minute it doesn't seem like he doesn't care to even pass a ball. So 1 minute he's really happy to be winning certain things, and then next he couldn't give a shit. So for me, I'd rather not see him in the team. Don't get me wrong, he might be a good sub when one of our midfielders is tired, but I think that midfield for me, after I've talking about the defence, going in the midfield, I think mine is definitely Dewsbury Hall, now Mendy, Madison, and then probably I'm trying to think of someone else who I'm missing. I'm missing somebody else. I know I am.
We got Barnes and Albright, haven't you?
There you go, and that's obviously more the wing base. So, but then I think with if someone's talking about going far at the back, Albrighton has been Rodgers' first choice for right back or left back at the moment.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He's an absolute legend. I love Albrighton, but he's got no pace.
No. And that's one thing that I've always said. Don't get me wrong, I love him to bits. He does 110%, but that is his one disadvantage to him being in any sort of position because he can never take a man on. Yes, he can put a brilliant ball in, but if someone's not there to get to the ball in the box, there's no point in him doing that.
And I'll give him his due. He'll follow back. He'll chase back. If he loses the ball, it's the first one back at their player trying to get the ball back.
Yeah.
And he's 100% committed, and you know, full respect to him. It's just if you play wing backs, you want pace, don't you?
Yeah, and I think I said it. I think I said it when he scored against Rennes. I said that I just wasn't too confident on him being there in the team, and then he goes and scores a banger. So we can't say much anyway. But it's here or there really. And even Neil says here that if we play Madison, you have to play Lookman, which we'll go on to now with Lookman. For me, don't get me wrong, he's not been the best of players, but he's that sort of player now that actually wants to fight to be making the attack. And it just showed in a lot of games. I think the Wolves game for me, yes, we lost the game, but he was one of the standout players in that game that really just showed the force in the attack when Vardy isn't there. That we have still got some attacking prowess in that team.
Is Vardy back for tomorrow? Do we know?
No, I don't think he is. No, he should be back in the next week or two, so probably fit for maybe after the PSV game in midweek. Maybe be back for the weekend's fixture after that. I'm not too sure.
I think we miss his guile, don't we? We miss his drive.
It just shows when you play Burnley and you play Leeds. Was it Leeds? Yeah, I think he played against Leeds as well, didn't he? Both games just seemed like it was down to him to create the magic to get the goals, and we
even
did.
If he's not scoring, he's dragging players away and leaving big spaces for people like Maddison and Barnes to get into those spaces, because the opposition are scared to death of what Vardy can actually do.
Yeah. Someone says here, Chester says, so apparently we were looking at Madueke. What about Lookman? It's a hard one because I don't want to slate Barnes, but at the moment, I think he's lacking something for me. He's not scoring as much. Yes, he's being a lot more of a threat in the attack, but his last balls or his last shots that he's doing isn't really there. And I think with Lookman, I prefer Lookman on the left when he comes on for Barnes. I don't know why. I think my preferred position for him is on the left. So that's where someone like Madueke, obviously from PSV, who were playing on Thursday, could maybe fit in that right mid role, because that's where.
I'd really consider playing Barnes more central.
Yeah, and that's another thing. While Vardy's out, he may be the nearest we've got to that sort of role. Yes, we've got Daka who's fast as well, but he's not really found that, really, is he? So maybe Barnes is.
Daka's quick when he's not got the ball. It sounds stupid, but when he's got the ball at his feet, he tends to lose it quite easily.
Yeah. Neil does say Barnes is a passenger, doesn't read the game. I don't want to slay him. He's been brilliant. He was brilliant last season before he got injured. Came back this season. He's looking a threat, but I don't know why he just doesn't seem to make that last ball that good at the moment. Chester says that he agrees with me with Lookman looking better on the left. I think he played that against Wolves and he was just outstanding for me, even though we lost. Who else? What people saying?
I'd definitely sign him.
I would, for 15 million or whatever it is. I think it's a bargain. I wasn't too happy. I wasn't too confident when we first got him. I was thinking that's a bit of a risky one. Say that he played for Fulham, they got relegated, and then he went to Leipzig, and he just didn't really get involved there either. But then he's coming here, and he's looked like he's actually wanting to do something, and he's the first player since Mahrez for me that really shows a bit of skill and a bit of strength in that sort of area that can actually progress the ball forward. What else are people saying before we do move on to the United game tomorrow? I've seen that Vardy is retiring at the end of the season. Is it true? I'm not too sure about that. I don't think he'll retire that easily. Even if he comes off.
You'll be dragging him off kicking and screaming before he's
retired. Yeah, you will be. And then he says that Daka in the last 30 minutes over top of Slabhead wouldn't stand a chance. No, he wouldn't. Don't get me wrong. Even if Daka started, I don't think Maguire would be able to handle him, because if his tactic is to stay on him and make the runs behind, he was never going to be able to catch him. I'm sorry, but he's not. Yes, he's strong, but if someone's got a pace on him, he's never going to beat him into a run unless he's already at the back. So I don't know. But obviously, moving on to the United game. Obviously, last year we did win 2-1 there with a Thomas banger and then a Suyuncu header, which is shocking compared to our set piece creations this year, which is ridiculous. And then going into tomorrow's game, what are you hopeful for tomorrow? I am. I don't know why. Maybe because the way they're playing at the moment is pretty awful.
It all depends on how Brendan's thinking about this. Which is the bigger game for us?
For me, it's PSV easily. PSV is easily our bigger game.
Is that the guarantee of getting into Europe?
I don't know. Because I think I was talking in the office with Phil and his lads, and I'm saying that I honestly don't think top 7 is that hard away. We've got 3 games in advance. Yes, it's a tough ask, but we've got 3 games advantage. Obviously, we've got 3 more games to play in Norwich, Everton twice, and obviously Chelsea both all to come into it still. But we've still got Everton twice, which at the moment we should be getting 6 points from. Norwich really should be a 3-pointer.
It should be, but we always struggle against
Oh
Norwich.
no, I get that.
Always
but
do.
the last few results against these sort of teams has put a bit more confidence in me. Where before Burnley would have been a lot harder game than it would. Leeds would have been a harder game, and Brentford. All them sort of games, I thought, do you know what, we could drop points here. But now we've won them sort of games, I could see us getting past these sort of teams that really could push us up that table. And with these 3 games in hand, them 3 games really could push us up to near Wolves, 1 point off Wolves, and they're what, 8th, 7th. So if we can get the wins,
if we don't pick up any more injuries.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna say that. If we start losing more players again, then each game this season's gone already. But
I think we can do them tomorrow. I really do.
I think we can.
But it depends on what team he's going to put out. Is he going to, if he's going to start dropping a couple of key players for Thursday, then he's going to make life a lot trickier for us.
Yeah. Have we got any more comments in before we do bring someone else in?
Well, I'm going to have to go because I need to get me tea.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's fine, mate. Appreciate you coming on, and we'll catch you whenever you come on next.
All right, pal. You take care.
Yep. See you in a bit. See you, mate. And then we'll bring Jono in. How are you, mate?
Not bad. Good break. No, we're now back.
I wouldn't say it was a good break because we've missed it like a hell of a lot because it felt a lot longer than 2 weeks off. But we're back with United. And the first question I'm going to ask you, not mainly the defence, but Joe saying, what's your starting 11 for United?
Michael in goal. All back. Left wing back, Castagna. Right wing back, Justin. Left wing would have to be Barnes. I'm going to go 4-4-2 here.
Okay.
Back to Amati Fofana. For me, Fofana was the difference maker against Rennes.
Okay.
Amati for me has been so solid this whole. He's been one of the best players of the season so far for me. Mm-hmm. So Amati and Fofana. Midfield, I would go for Maddison and Dewsbury Hall.
Yeah.
And striker, I would go for
There's only 2.
Is Vardy injured?
Yeah, there's only 2. Then you got
Dake and Nacho.
I
didn't do the right wing, did I?
No.
I'll go for O'Brien.
Okay. It's a tough one because when you say the back 2, it's a hard one because I think with Fofana, I think it's out of Fofana, Amati and Sunchu. But if any of this Sunchu or Amati gets dropped, I have a feeling it's going to be Amati. I don't know why, but Sunchu always seems to be in that team when someone else comes in. I think when we played Rennes,
didn't he? He scored header top left corner. Sunchu did.
Yeah.
But I think Fofana for me has been more consistent. I don't know. I think he doesn't mess around. He just either gets rid of it or he puts a good tackle in. He always puts a good stop in. I think he's just been a bit more inconsistent for me.
Yeah. I know Neil isn't a big fan of Amati. I don't know how and I don't know why. But for me, he's been outstanding this season.
It's been poor all season. You can't really take the whole thing out and be good. But Amati has been one of the positives of our defence this season.
Yeah, and I think now with all these injuries that we're getting back, other than still, I think Ricardo, it's getting back to where we want to be, and it seems like we've got a bit more of a solidity in the defence with the same 4 pretty much every week now. With a few changes here or there, but again, I don't think I'd slot in someone like Fofana again against this sort of team. I don't know why. I think he needs a few more weeks to get embedded in. Maybe play him against PSV. Maybe it's a big game that you think his sort of quality needs to be in that sort of team. Sorry, but
he had his sort of comeback game against Rennes, and he did really well. Then he's had 2 weeks to rest, like get up his fitness, and I don't know. I think PSV will be another team like Rennes, like proper aggressive, putting
oh yeah,
loads of tackles. I think I'll play for Fana because it depends what Brendan's tactics are. He can go Evan Sudunchu. We don't know. He could go any one of those four. But your best two would be Vestergaard and Sudunchu. You're right, knowing you.
no. I'd still stick with Sionchu and Marty, but it's a tricky one because I wouldn't be shocked if Evans is in that team tomorrow. Yeah, because he's obviously played for United before. He's probably the most intellectual and most leadership role in that sort of role. So and Rodgers loves him to bits, and you can see that already. But I just don't know if it's worth the risk playing. And even Archie says playing both of them, which is a bit of an odd one to say that Sunchu and Amarty's played brilliant the last whole season really. Who?
Neil.
Oh, he hates Marty. I don't know why.
I don't know. Like Amarte is like a set pieces have been abysmal. He's defending really badly, but Amarte has been 2 seasons ago. No one wanted him at the club. Everyone wanted to get rid of him, but
he's pushed him. He's pushed him far to get back in the position.
He was out ever since we won the Premier League. He's been injured. He's been out for 2 years. He's come back and he's made a comeback. And I think he's been outstanding this season.
I can't say any bad words about him. Yes, maybe against Forest game, but
yeah, everyone was poor in that game. No one. You can't say.
Yeah. So before we do end the show, I want your score prediction and goal scorers, please.
I said 2-1 to Leicester in the previous show.
Okay.
I'm usually okay with score predictions. I've been doing all right recently. I think Iheanacho will score. Honestly, Amarte will score. Screw it. Amarte will score.
If you put a bet on that, it's going to be a lot of money. But yeah. And what am I going to go for? I want to see a win. Every time we go to these sort of big teams, when I'm there, I never see a win. Against Arsenal last season, we beat them. We go against them this year and we lose to them. Playing against United last season, we beat them. Come to this season, we'll probably lose. I don't want to say it, but we never see us win against a big team other than the Premier League time when we won. But yeah, Neil says
already.
Pardon?
You've already beaten this season already. With all the injuries we've had, we've got all our players back. Apart from Ndidi and Vardy, every player's back.
I know. It's just I don't want to be negative. I'm gonna say Heart says 3-2, and then Head says
Do Jamie 2-2.
2-2. Yeah. I can't say we're gonna lose, but it's a hard one because, like I say, the likes of players they're gonna have in tomorrow. Don't get me wrong. Yes, we beat them beforehand, but the likes of Ronaldo and Pogba.
You say that, but who had Ronaldo in his pocket last time?
I can't remember.
Sudunchu.
Yeah, exactly.
Had him in his pocket. He's still in his pocket until tomorrow. He's still in his pocket.
Yeah, he has to get him out for tomorrow, don't he? But yeah, appreciate you coming in. And we're going to end the show there. So I appreciate you joining, John. And we'll probably see you on Jamie's aftermath show on Sunday.
Yeah, I might come on tomorrow as well for a hello.
Yes, appreciate you coming on, and we'll catch you next time, mate. Please, mate.
Anyway.
There you go, guys. Obviously, we'll get a few more guys in before we do finish. We've got to get this man in, haven't we? Before we do end. Archie says, hopefully Yuri, Madison, and KDH all starts tomorrow. I don't know about Yuri. I'm sorry. I don't think he deserves to. Maybe off the bench. I just don't think he's shown the quality. Even against Brentford, some of his passing was atrocious. And I don't want to be harsh on him, but he's been average at best. Neil again does say 2-1. Archie says 3-1 loss tomorrow. I'm guessing you're a Man U fan. Never mind there. Neil does say got to drop to Marty tomorrow. Gave away many goals. I don't think that's true either. We will get him in to end the show off. Here
I've
he
only
is.
just finished work, so there's my excuse.
There you go. Go on then. Before we do end, I want your goal scorers and score prediction, please.
Oh, score prediction now. Basically, this is a cheeky bet. On Betfred at minute, if Leicester to win is 5-1. So 60 quid back if you stick a tenner on.
There you go then.
That's not bad though. 2-1 is 16-1, where you can figure it out to put a tenner on. And 50-1 if you win 3-1, so you can figure that out yourselves. 500 quid.
Hopefully we can win 3-1. I just can't see us doing that well.
So
against
my son is coming in a few minutes, but he said stick 3-1 on, stick a tenner on. So 500 quid. I promise I'll give him half. I mean, promise he's my son. Talking towards his birthday and stuff. But tough game tomorrow. Obviously, both teams. Obviously, this last 3 times we've beaten Manchester United on 3 occasions in all competitions. This could be, as far as I'm aware, the first time, if we do win, we could do the first ever double over Manchester United.
That would be nice.
I mean, unless someone tells me from the old guard, like someone's age, an old age, that can tell me last time we did a double, because I can't remember.
A double against anyone or just
Manchester United? Manchester United, because that would be amazing. I know people say, yeah, but it's Man U. They're not very good these days, but it's still Manchester United. You can say you've done the double over them, so it'd be amazing to do that.
Again, it's hard. It's a thing where it's either you win and they won't care because you say, "Oh, we're always shit anyway," or they'll beat us and they'll be all over us, being like,
exactly.
Oh,
it's a catch-22. So basically, the headlines are going to be tomorrow: Ronaldo's Man U defeat or Ronaldo's strikes again, because it's all about Ronaldo. But I hear Jono just before I was in Gorilla, I just heard him saying something about Sancho had Ronaldo in his pocket, but I thought it was Luke Thomas had him in his pocket.
No, that was Salah.
Yeah. So I'm getting confused between each one. But for score prediction, I think 2-1. I think like last year where we took the lead, that Luke Thomas beauty, they equalised with. I'm not going to mention the player's name due to reasons. I said due to reasons he didn't deserve a mention. And then obviously Sancho banging in the header. So I'm going to stick a 2-1 on. Cheeky 2-1.
I think that's his sofa, to be honest.
It's my sofa, actually. Yeah, it was on the other week when me and what's his name? Me, Jack, and Parker. Sorry, my dad. Or as I call him, Parker from the Birds. Because it was. I don't know if you watched the show back. About basically, he was saying about giving Vestergaard a lift. I'm thinking, imagine that you personally would give him a lift. How awkward would that car journey be?
Yeah, but
so yeah,
that's fun.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Leicester. Obviously I'm doing the watch along tomorrow. I don't know who I'm doing it with, or if I'm doing it on my own or Elijah. Don't know yet.
Well, make sure you look for us in the game because we'll be there cheering us on.
I'll look for it. Are you at front?
I won't say front, but they always try and pan over the crowd.
Does that mean you got to stand on your seat then so you can see?
No, I'll be in the middle somewhere. I'm always going to be able to see.
Fair dues. But yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester.
All right, then. All right, no worries. And again, I'm going to go for a 3-2.
I actually wonder what the odds. I wonder what the odds would be for that. I'll tell you what. Before you go, shall we have a look? Shall we? I'm still here. I am just checking now. How much would this be, Reedy? This is a game changer. Are you ready? Let's find out, shall we? Because imagine if you, for example, were to do this, right? Correct. What? Leicester to win 3-2, yeah?
It's 40-1.
How did you? You ruined me thunder.
It's 40-1.
40-1 though. That's not bad. Stick a tenner on, get 410 quid back.
There you go. He said he could wear a silly hat.
He could wear a silly hat. That'd be quite fun. Or 4-2, because that was the last 3 times we played we've played Man U. We've won 4-2, 2-1, 3-1.
Yeah.
And I think we drew to him back on Boxing Day 2-2 at the King Power. And then beat him in the
The last 3 games have beat them all time, every single one.
We're basically unbeaten in 4.
Yeah.
Won 3, drawn 1. Drawn the first one, then Boxing Day, and then beat them 3. Let's hope we can keep it going. Obviously, it's not going to be easy.
Why would I wear a silly hat?
I think he's on about 3-2.
Oh.
About.
Oh, you're on about the hat there.
Oh, that one. All right. I wasn't know he was on about them.
But yeah.
But yeah, for 2-1 Leicester. Goal scorers depends who's playing. So I know Indeed he's out for end of the season. Is Daka injured? No, still in.
No, he's fit.
Well, he scored his first Premier League goal against Man U, and I'll say tomorrow's gonna be an interesting day. Obviously, the day of WrestleMania too.
Oh God. Right, we're going to end it there. So I appreciate you coming on, Ross, for the last 5 minutes, and we'll catch you tomorrow on the watch along.
Yes, and I'll try and find you on telly.
All right then.
But please do the truffle shuffle if you see it.
No, I'm all right, thank you. All right, see you in a bit. And there you go, guys. Appreciate you coming in again for another Friday night show, and we'll catch you all next time. Again, before you go, make sure you check out the shirt we're giving away. Appreciate if you can get your names in there, as many as you can, and we'll get the giveaway ending soon. And that's going to be us for today. And we'll catch you all next time. So I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.